Every year since 1910, the American Chemical Society Chicago section, mind you, um, honors a person, distinguished person in the chemistry field that contributes to society. This year it is a Joseph S. Francisco, President and Distinguished Professor of Earth and Environmental Science of Chemistry at the University of Pennsylvania. Of course, he does have a history of other universities. But his stuff is an abstract of it. It's called From Melting Nylon to Global Warming. The reason is he got into chemistry is one of the schools he went to was near a chemical company. And in the right directions and the right conditions, uh, women, uh, women, who wore nylon stockings, pantyhose, or had like nylon blouses, their stuff would melt. Literally starts disintegrating on their bodies. Ooh, yes, 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 yes. Their stockings would melt. If they had blouses, they would start having holes in them. They couldn't figure out why. Well, it's the atmosphere, the right conditions, the right wind direction, and hey, folks, you know, you live too close to a chemical plant. A lot of chemical plants. People build homes right next to the fences. I've worked in a chemical plants. Yes, people build. They have land right there. They just build right up to the fences. Oh yeah, I get to jump over the yard and be in their thing. Well, they're a chain link fence with razor wire on top of them. But as Dr. Joseph Francisco said, that got him interested in chemistry, among other things. And his professors simply said, yeah, the people would object, people would object, people would object. They called the city councils. So nobody really paid any attention until somebody came. One of the women of a woman of a mayor came out during those conditions, and her clothing started melting. Yes, and considering that people were breathing this stuff in, it's extremely dangerous to live around a chemical plant. Even though they try to burn the stuff off, there's always vapor. And it's also dangerous working inside a chemical plant because, as the professor here said, their parents worked inside the chemical company. And it really took the parents working inside the chemical company to say, hey, there's something wrong here, what we're doing. And they think, but as I said, this gives out a medal by the Chicago section of the American Chemical Society every year. And so, reason I'm saying, they videotape everything. The lectures of the professor, Professor Francisco here, and it's online, so you can see the whole thing, and you can look at what acid rain does. I always thought, well, acid rain, let's see, that's from exhaust, cars, you know, mixing with the moisture in the air produces acid rain. I was wrong. Oh, it's a lot more complicated than that, and there's a lot of things that trying to prevent global warming is laying a chemical barrier between Earth and the sun rays coming in. They figured they could do a 20% reduction of the sun coming into the atmosphere on Earth. But the problem is, they don't know if what they want to do will work. Could do more. They want 20%. What happens if it's 50%? Ouch. Ice age or more. Then, if you put it into the stratosphere and you want to get rid of it, how do you get rid of it? Ouch. Dr. Frankenstein, you goof again. So, but he explains all this. He explains what acid rain really is. It's not just sulfur getting into the water vapor and turns into acid. It's a whole complication of things that it deals in the chemical makeup of water. Well, to me, it was always H2O. No. They really have to study what this stuff is, even though they've known for a long time. It's something like the pollution that we're causing to ourselves. It's been going on. People have complained back in the 1880s about all this. Well, yeah, when you walked into a lot of cities, they were choking with smoke because of the coal run. Oh my God, what's this doing to our lungs? What's this going to do to our environment? How much carbon can we put in the atmosphere? Yeah, well, we have over 400 parts per million right now in CO2. And you just looking at what the effect of it's having. And it's not just sulfur mixing with water producing sulfuric acid. It's a whole comment. And he shows all this, in diagrams and explains everything else. So if you really want to see a good program, dial up the American Chemical Society Chicago section. And soon, since it was all videotaped the other night, it's going to be online, which is a good thing. Well, I sat there and listened to his stuff, and it was found very interesting that. Well, how you find it is something else. Okay, just give me my little comment of life.